Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Princess Leah, 888. Here is Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle joining us tonight. He is very attached right now, so he is going to be with us, which means somebody's grandmother is also with us. Someone's earth angels want to be here with you tonight. Welcome back to Tea and Tarot Tuesday. Hey. And our all signs reading for July. For the next 3 signs we're getting into tonight on the 7-7 portal is Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. So we're going to get into it. If I get a chance to get to my cards, we're going to see. Tony is right here. He is right here. He's got something to say. What tea I'm sipping on, if you're new to my channel, welcome, beloved. So for my Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, I like to get into the tea of the energy of the divine feminine, masculine, and messages from spirit. But I also like to sip on my tea that I like to brew, which is a from my Femrim's Apothecary. I make fruit infused herbal teas. Right now, the one that I brewed was a mango ginger yerba mate with a little bit of blueberry electrolytes. It's actually really good, and I'm trying not to do too much of the mate because it's, you know, so late. I'll be up all night if I do, but we can get a little hydration. So make sure you get your tea, your water, your wine, whatever you want to sip on while we get in this energy, starting with Libra tonight. And if you are returning family or friend, welcome back, beloved. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support. You know, I always appreciate it. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that like button on your way in or out. And if you are not yet a part of our, what's it called, Tony? Itty Bitty Vibe Tribe, make sure you do subscribe as we continue for our mission here to do our part to heal the heart of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine through conscious love. I think he's just really wanting some attention right now. So this could be a message, you know, as soon as I tune in and start channeling, there's always a message that I feel. So I feel like with my cat, Tony, it is someone's grandmother energy, because I feel like this is my grandmother's spirit. So maybe you have a grandmother that is on the other side, that is, you know, an earth angel for you. But with his, you know, really, he's just really attached right now, really wants some attention. So perhaps there is someone's grandmother who wants to talk to you on the other side. That's what I'm picking up with my cat here, really not wanting to leave my side, really wanting me to just give him some love. I have been gone all day, so I realized after I fed him, he was still wanting to hang out with me. So maybe, you know, we just had a little moment. So maybe that's something for you too, Libras, who's tuning in right now. Since we're about to get into the Libra energy for tonight, and then we'll get into Scorpio, then we'll get into Sagittarius. So maybe there is a mother, grandmother energy that really wants your attention, wants to talk to you from the spirit realm, maybe in real life or in the earth realm. There is also a mother, grandmother that's really trying to get your attention and just really wants to sit with you. Not for anything, doesn't want anything from you, just to be with you in your presence. So that's definitely a big message. So let's take a sip of our tea. Cheers, and we'll get right into it, okay? That's good. All right, so we're going to start off with the divine feminine Libra. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers that just wants to come through. And so this Lovers card for divine feminine Libra, this is such an interesting Lovers card because this is the, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror, seeing the lover as the reflection of you. Your lover is your mirror, and it doesn't have to necessarily be your lover romantically. Your relationships are your mirror, and they are reflections of you. They are reflections of the energy that you are exuding, the reflections of the growth that you have done, and the change that you have made, and the growth. Welcome, Ein. And I know I have my chat open tonight, but I just have to let you guys know I'm going to say hello, but I'm not going to be able to chat too much just because I get distracted. But I love that you're here. And as long as everybody is kind to each other, let's make sure you can still keep chatting to each other. So maybe going back to that energy of the grandmother, mother that was coming through. Maybe you have always felt, that could be a representation of the mother's lover's card, that your mother, your daughter, maybe you are a mother, grandmother, have always been kind of a direct mirror to you. And you know, with mirrors, they're also kind of backwards, right? If you look, if you hold words up to a mirror, you see them backwards. So that's what I'm also seeing. Maybe there is this reflection of your mother or your grandmother that is showing up as a mirror, as a reflection to you. And they could be showing you the sun, the truth, your joy. They could be reflecting back to you your joy. They could be reflecting back to you your light. You could be reflecting back to them your light. And that could be the energy of this July for you, Libra, Divine Feminine. Tapping into your truth, your bliss, your joy, your light, seeing the relationships in your life as reflections of you, and seeing how I'm hearing also the manifestations in your life as reflections of the internal joy and bliss and light within you. And so as our emotions are our biggest guides, this month of July, you're going to be tapping into what are your emotions guiding you to, so you can get to that sun energy, so you can be and stay in that bliss energy and that joy and that light. We have the Hierophant here at the bottom of the deck with the Temperance underneath that. And then we have Seven of Wands here at the bottom, here as your strongest energy. Libra, Divine Feminine. So I like this energy too, because Libra, Divine Feminine, this is a very strong boundary setting, not letting people get in the way of what you know is your truth, what you know is right for you, what you know is your alignment. And Libra, you are outgrowing some things that are no longer aligned with you, and they might be fighting back, whatever that could be, whether it's a house, a home, whether it's a town, a city, a state, a country, whether it's a job. You are outgrowing your contract, I'm hearing, your chapter of life, Libra, Divine Feminine. You are ready to tap into your divinity is what I'm hearing. You're ready to tap into the big flamboyant essence of who you are. The space that you are in can no longer carry you. And so I love that the Temperance card is underneath. Look at all these major arcana. Temperance and the Empress. We have the Hierophant, the Temperance, and the Empress. Very strong major arcana that you don't see coming here in the month of July. This 7/7 portal is so powerful. It is so beautiful. And portals of, these months are always such great opportunities for you to set the tone of where you are moving, how you are living. And if you're ready to grow, if you're ready to balance and alchemize the energy so that you can be and tap into this Empress energy, the Empress energy is receiving, is the receptive energy. You are ready to receive the abundance of this new big life that you're ready to live. You're ready to receive the blessings and the beauties that are coming through, that are wanting to be given to you, because you know that this is your birthright, no matter what other people might try to tell you, no matter what kind of feedback or opinions or poison or other people's fears that are trying to come at you. You know you're standing true in the Seven of Wands this month, Libra, Divine Feminine. You are standing true in your Empress and your Hierophant. Okay, these are the divine feminine and masculine energies coming out. You are learning to balance your divine masculine and feminine energies. You're learning how to transmute other people's opinions and the poison around you, Libra, Divine Feminine, and heal that, what is it? The heart of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine. And that energy is within us all. It's not about gender, okay? So this is about you understanding how and what kind of manifestation that you are creating that you are tapping into, the life force energy that you are attracting to your life to receive in all of its beautiful facets. Okay, you're learning how to balance that with the masculine energy of bringing those ideas and that creativity into fruition. All right, this is such beautiful energy. It really is. I like that a lot. This takes me, I heard Chiron, having moved into Taurus. Taurus ruled by Venus, which Libra, you are also ruled by Venus, which is the planet of beauty and love and abundance. And the Chiron energy is all about the Hierophant coming in reverse here for Divine Masculine. The Chiron energy is the wounded healer. And so with Taurus of this fixed earth sign, you are learning how to ground and heal through the wounds of your unworthiness. You're learning how to ground your abundance. You're learning how to ground into your beauty and your love, and bringing that beauty and love everywhere you are, everywhere you go. That's why the sun was coming out for you, Libra, because the sun will come out tomorrow, So that's the song that's channeling for you, Divine Feminine. But I'm moving into, I'm talking still to Divine Feminine as I'm moving into Divine Masculine, because the Hierophant did want to come out in reverse, which makes sense with the Hierophant coming out at the bottom of the deck for you, Divine Feminine. So it's interesting that we have it in reverse here. With the Queen of Wands, the deck wants to be in reverse, but I'm going to turn it right side up. The Queen of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. So I'm hearing that there are some contracts that are ending. There are some, and it could be actual contracts, like a lease on a house or a car or whatever it is that you might be leasing, coming to an end, and you're deciding, I'm hearing you are holding on to something that is expiring or is already expired, and it's hard for you to allow yourself to move in confidence with what is next. Why? Because the Hanged One is underneath this, because you have lived so long in this way that you have become comfortable with the discomfort in the spaces of your life. But you are being asked, Libra, Divine Masculine, to shift your perspective with confidence. You're being asked to look at your life with confidence. You're being asked to master your confidence, because there is reciprocity that is here for you to receive, but you also have to be willing and able to offer and give your reciprocity, give your heart, to give your energy, to give your finances, maybe even for something. Maybe you have to invest in something is what's coming through, and that's why it's hard for you to let up this contract that is ending, because that means you have to invest into something else, something new. And with the Four of Pentacles here, you are really not trying to do that. You're not trying to change too much. You want to invest in what you know, because you're not sure how a new opportunity will present itself. You're not sure, Libra, Divine Masculine, that this divine opportunity that is showing up, that you may not see right away, because you have to shift your perspective with confidence. You have to trust that you are capable and strong and sexy and courageous. And this Queen of Wands takes no shit from nobody. The Queen of Wands knows exactly who she is, and maybe that's something that you're learning how to embody and embrace, Divine Masculine, Libra. That's why this Hierophant here is in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is underneath all of that. Okay? Everything is moving in your favor, in your fortune. Everything is moving exactly the way it is intended to. It's written in the stars for you. That's why this Divine Ace of Pentacles is out here. But if you don't let go of some of the things that you are holding on too tightly to, like an outdated, expired contract. It could be a soul contract, okay? Spiritually speaking, maybe not physically. This could be a soul contract with someone, okay? This could be a soul contract with a pet, I'm hearing, for someone. And wanting to let that go, needing to allow it to transform into the next stage is what is holding you back. There's this resistance because you're not seeing it from another angle. You're seeing it from an angle of fear, doubt, and loss and failure, instead of freshness and a new beginning and divinely orchestrated. Everything is always going to work out for your greatest and highest good, Libra Divine Masculine. You just have to keep telling yourself that until you believe it. You know, but you can keep telling yourself that and keep telling yourself that and keep and allow yourself to trust that as best as you can. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you, feminine, for the collective. And I totally forgot to timestamp. Sorry, I am timestamping, so I'm going to have to go back and see when Libra begins. That was my bad. But look, Temperance. We have a lot of mirroring, confirming cards that are coming out that are showing up with the Divine Feminine, showing up with this Temperance, the balance, the transmuting. Yes, that's what you want. That's when it stays out. And the Queen of Swords, which is a Libra card. So the balance within you, the temperance, the alchemy, the alchemizing that's happening within you is happening with balancing your logical mind, logical brain, and your emotional brain. It's balancing how can I make these clear decisions and set these clear boundaries that are emotionally in alignment with my logical, rational mind as well. Because if you are too heavy in just the rational, logical mind and you don't have your emotions in it, you can miss out on a lot of what your heart is trying to lead you to. If you're like, oh, I'll stay in this job because logically it makes enough money, but it's sucking my soul, right? I'll stay in this relationship because logically it, it feels like it seems better because I don't want to seem like I abandoned them, but emotionally it's not serving you, right? So you have to listen to what your heart is asking as well as, because if you're only moving from an emotional standpoint with no logic, that's where you can go and just like quit your job at 2 p.m. on Wednesday without any kind of backup plan. Or you can get into a huge argument fight with your spouse and in that relationship all heated without having a plan or having a conversation about it, right? So you don't want to get too emotionally, or if you feel too emotionally connected, then you don't allow yourself, that could turn into a little bit of codependency. So that's why this is coming through, a balance. And the transmuting of the energy is also this beautiful temperance energy. You have to allow yourself. What does transmuting mean? What if you alchemize? Let's look at the idea of cold water and hot water. If you just have one of each, one's too cold, one's too hot, what you gonna do with it? But you can only do so much, right? You can boil some food, you could, cool some stuff down. I don't know, right? It could be refreshing in a hot summer day or warm on a cold. But if it's too hot or too cold, you ain't got really much to do with it. So if you alchemize and you mix the hot water with the cold water, that's when you get a nice, delicious, warm water where you can bathe in it, right? You can drink it and it's not going to be too cold or too hot. This is, I just heard the Goldilocks just right. So I don't know, maybe maybe someone has a childhood story or memory about the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, or maybe that's always like resonated with you, Libra. But that's coming through. So that's what I'm hearing for you, Libra collective. Let's see what your message is here for your T formation for July. Beauty is not caused, it is. Emily Dickinson, I like that. Beauty is not caused, it is. So I'm hearing with this, you don't have to force what is already for you. Going back to that Wheel of Fortune. You don't have to force. You already know what is for you. You don't have to convince. You don't have to do anything to cause beauty in your life. Because Libra, what do we say? You are ruled by Venus. You are the planet, the epitome, the embodiment of love and beauty and balance and abundance. You don't have to do anything. You just gotta be. Okay, I hope that helps. If it does, make sure you hit that like button. I always appreciate it. So we're gonna move into, okay, let's go into Scorpio. Scorpio, Divine Feminine. Scorpio, Divine Feminine, what is the strongest energy? I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Let me take a sip of your tea too. Cheers. It's so good. It makes me want to dance. Scorpio, maybe you need to get a little dance going on. Find joy in something that you can dance to. Feeling too serious. Too serious. You have the Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles here. All right, there is, oh look, and the Ace of Swords that just flew out. Devil card here at the bottom of the deck. There's an opportunity that you are wanting to take, but a part of you feels chained. A part of you feels inadequate. A part of you feels like you are working too hard for it, efforting too hard, too stuck in your ways. Or maybe you think someone else is stuck in their ways, so they can't actually move into this abundance, into this wealth, into this familial legacy, generational wealth. But it's here for you. You got the Six of Wands. There is success and victory here, but you have to lay down whatever kind of burdens that this Devil card is bringing up for you. The High Priestess is underneath that. You got to trust, Scorpio, Divine Feminine. This is stuff that you don't see here. Okay, you are tired. Yes, you are, but she's breaking these chains. Okay, so yes, you may be battered, broken, and bruised because you've been on this journey for so long. You just exhausted whatever you went through. But you're breaking these chains. You're breaking these generational curses and cycles is what I'm hearing. All right? These are a lot of cards. I'm not going to take them all because that's too much. But I will look at them just a glance. As like, just to see if there's a little bit of confirmation here. But the top of this here, of the strongest energies, is the Ace of Swords. And that I love, because when you look at how the chains are broken, it's almost like God broke those chains for you, Scorpio, Divine Feminine. It's like you have been stuck. However, now in this month of July, your chains have been broken. You are free. You are free to go. You don't have to stay here. The path is wide open. I like you have the 2 and the 3 of Wands. The path is wide open. You can go anywhere in the world you want to go. Okay, all you got to do is put your backpack on and head out. The rainbow is with you. The rainbow of miracle. And I love how you can see this. Let me put it like this. Look at this story here. Okay? You may have set out before onto a journey that you thought was going to be easier. Maybe you thought you were going to explore and backpack the world. That could be literally for someone. Maybe you went on this journey and didn't realize what it would take, and maybe it ended up having you here in the chains of the devil, of corruption, of addiction, of toxic bondage. And that could be mentally, that could be physically, that could be emotionally, okay? But you are still on this trail. It's not over yet. Why? Because the sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will come out for you. You are here to tap into your true bliss. That is your birthright. Okay, so it is not for anybody, no matter what you went through with this Three of Swords, the heartbreak that you have gone through. The Three of Pentacles is here. You can rebuild what was broken. You can, and you are, and you will. All you got to do is find the right people, okay? You got to ask for help. You have to believe and stand and fight for your right to party. You have to fight for your awakening, for your freedom. And it's not always going to be easy with the Tower card. There are going to be some shifts and maybe even some collapses in your relationships or in your career or in your life, Tower moments. But that's because there is an awakening, an enlightenment that you are seeing. I can't live this way anymore, right? I can't live this way anymore. I want more. I want more for myself, Scorpio, Divine Feminine. I want more, and you will get more. The Six of Wands, you will succeed. Because Jah is standing by my side, so why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawleth by night? All right, y'all don't know about that reggae, but that's what I'm hearing. Why should you be afraid of any kind of danger, jeopardy, or pestilence that crawl by night when gracious, omnipresent, divine God is by your side, breaking chains, cutting chains, clearing the pathway, for intervening for you to be able to move, to go. Okay, Divine Feminine, Scorpio, that's powerful. All right, you got this. And I know this is all general. It could be general and vague because I'm reading for the collective. But read it as the message for you of how it resonates. Don't force what isn't resonating, but read it as it is. There could be some interference that was, third-party interferences. But don't worry, okay? Spirit, Divine, God, Jah, Allah, however you want to call it, is interfering with that interference. All right, Scorpio, Divine Feminine. Let's see what Divine Masculine. We have the Emperor here at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Scorpio, Divine Masculine, for the strongest energies of July, the World, and the Five of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So with that Emperor here that was in reverse, I'm hearing Scorpio, Divine Feminine, or Divine Masculine. The world, you are shifting out of an old cycle. You are rebuilding a new world. Maybe in the past you were, maybe not the, I'm hearing the nicest boss or leader or father. And that's maybe why people have shunned you out. Maybe you have been, or maybe you went out on your own because you felt like you didn't belong. But I'm hearing maybe people shunned you out. This Five of Pentacles is typically being shunned out. But also, fives are of shifts. So Scorpio, Divine Masculine, that's what's shifting, is this world, is this your projection onto the world, is your desire for more in this world. You're seeing the world from, instead of glasses half empty, as the glass is half full. And that's why this Nine of Pentacles is here, because you're recognizing that you've just been really stuck in old stinking ways that have been very limiting and disempowering for you. You've been feeling stuck in your life, and maybe even since you were a child. Maybe your emotions have never felt fully expressed. You've been able to, and that's why that Emperor, maybe that's why you were in reverse, the Emperor in reverse. That's why it was hard for you to be a leader. That's why it was hard. That's why you were a cranky, I'm hearing a cranky old man. Someone called you that. Maybe that's why, Scorpio Divine Masculine, because of what you have, because of what limited you in your childhood with the Page of Cups that I saw underneath the Eight of Swords. Your emotions got cut. Your emotions got limited from whatever you had gone through. And it isolated you because you went into defense from then on. You went into shut down from then on. You went into Scorpio survival mode. And Scorpio, you are the scorpion. Okay, what does the scorpion do when they are threatened and in survival mode? They will shoot poison at you and clench you and snap you with their claws, right? They will be venomous, and it could be very hurtful, and it could be very painful. And scorpions do that out of protecting their own inner softness. So if you have been a child that had to protect yourself because of the softness, maybe you were an emotional child, maybe you were a sensitive child, maybe you were, just a very special child that people didn't understand, Scorpio Divine Masculine, because you are deep, emotionally deep. The Scorpio, you are fixed water. You are the depths of the ocean, okay? Your emotions go so deep. And that depth, some people can't handle. That's why it connects with the Death card in the Major Arcana in the Tarot. Because some people can't handle a depth like that emotionally. They can't handle those conversations. They can't handle the ego death that comes with, Pluto, which you are ruled by, which is the planet of death and transformation, by facing your fears. But if people couldn't handle that with you, then you were taught that depth of emotion, that depth of sensitivity was not welcome, was not allowed, and that you needed to protect that softness inside of you. So you have this scorpion shell, right? And you have these venomous claws. And the moment you feel like you got to defend, that's when you can go really hard to make sure nobody comes closer. And you can hurt and burn some people. But you are shifting that because you don't want to be isolated anymore. You don't want to be alone in the cold anymore. You don't want to push people away anymore, Scorpio Divine Masculine. And this is masculine energy within us all, okay? This is not about gender. You want to live a fulfilled life. You want to live a happy, fulfilled life, and you can. There is a such thing as happily ever after, but people have probably taught you that it's not. But that's why this new world is here, with all the fixed signs, including you, Scorpio. You are the eagle. That's also another spirit animal for the Scorpio, is eagle. And then you have Taurus, you have Leo, and you have Aquarius. So maybe you have some of those in your chart as well. But this new world, that's the final major arcana. And this is such a beautiful world card with the yin yang. There is balance. Okay, there is balance, because you can't have expansion without some contrast. Okay, you can't have light without some darkness. You can't have darkness without a little light. There is beauty in the balance of it all. The cycle of life and death and awakening and revolution and growth And that's what's happening. That's why this Five of Pentacles is here, because you're now seeing the glass is half full, not half empty. There was opportunity awaiting for you. Really beautiful. And Tony Popsicle jumped up on my table, just stretching over there, being cute. So let's see what Spirit has to say for you, Scorpio Collective, for the month of July. High Priestess here in reverse. The High Priestess. Listen to that intuition, okay? Ooh, flying out. The Seven of Swords. I'm going to see who these are. Six of Wands and the Empress. Beautiful. And then we have some clarification here. Scorpio, you have a lot to say. The Feminine had a lot to say. Divine Feminine. Spirit has a lot to say to you. There's a lot. Again, you go deep. And maybe, again, if you've been shielding off the depth of what you've been trying to feel, or what you have been feeling, the pain or the desires or whatever. Look, you have transformation and Akashic records out here. There is a deep soul wisdom awakening within you, and it's causing extreme discomfort, is what I heard someone say, because of this Tower for the Divine Feminine. Because it's causing whatever is faulty to have to ex-nay. It's got to shift out, right? The Seven of Swords, this could be some deceit, but Seven of Swords is also Scorpio energy of just moving in more silence. Scorpio, you are also very mysterious, you can be, because you are protecting yourself. With the Six of Wands and Empress, this is really beautiful energy, though. See, my throat's trying to close up. The expression of yourself, the expression of your soul gets tightened. It gets closed off like that Eight of Swords. When you start to speak, when you start to express your divinity, your Empress energy. But I love this because this is a victory. This is a success. This is recognition for the Empress, the Divine Feminine that is within you. Coming to receive, coming to attract the abundance, the Ace of Wands, coming to attract and clear, allowing God, Jah, Allah, Source, Spirit, however you want to call it, to clear the path, clear the energy out, so you can walk away, Eight of Cups, from what no longer serves you. Because that is what is transforming within you. That is what is transforming, because you have a soul wisdom that's ready to be seen. You have a soul depth of wisdom that is coming up to surface. It could be past life, if that's what you believe in, past life. If you believe in what's coming through, reincarnation. If you believe in twin flame. If you believe in spirituality. In its deepest forms. You see how my throat is closing off? Because this type of expression, this type of conversation, this type of vocabulary is what used to get you shut down as a child. And that's why you have been so defensive in these kind of conversations. When you talk about this beautiful, explorative experience of this life journey, of this soul journey, of this eternal journey. So that's why the Seven of Swords is out here. You don't have to tell everybody the journey you're on. You don't have to tell everybody what you're working on. You don't have to tell everybody what you believe or think or are wanting to understand. Just tell the people that are safe enough, right? That won't judge you, so you don't have to hurry, put up so many protective borders or feel like you have to go to defense. Move a little bit more quiet. Move a little, even maybe not even tell anybody for a little bit. Just be, and that's the High Priestess was out before the Empress, and these are both Divine Feminine energy. Listen to spirits. Maybe that's all you need to do right now, is just, this is between you and Spirit, you and God, the Gracious Omnipresent Divine. This is a conversation for you and God and nobody else. okay? That's why the Ace of Swords is here and the Ace of Wands, because this is between you and the Akashic Records. Receive whatever is wanting to come through. Receive the downloads. Receive the goodness. Receive the beauties that are coming through and the blessings that are coming through. And don't go tell nobody yet, because that's for you. Only you. Somebody might try to snatch it up. You know what I'm saying? Or they might try to put you down for it. This is a blessing for you. This is a gift for you. You might end up finding gifts, little trinkets or gifts or money laying around on the streets or whatever. That's a gift from the universe for you, okay? Something like that is what I'm hearing. I like it. So, Scorpio, your T formation for July is, may your head and heart speak with one voice. So good. So good. So good. May your head and your heart speak with one voice. That's exactly what we were talking about with that Libra Queen of Swords that came out too. So maybe you're a Libra Scorpio cusp. But you are going through some deep soul transformation, and you are being invited and asked, and not even asked sometimes. Maybe even it might feel a little forced because you have this, maybe things are leaving your life that you didn't necessarily want to or didn't prepare for. It wasn't necessarily your doing, but the Eight of Cups, you now are recognizing that this is happening. The Tower card, all of this is happening for your greatest and highest good, so that you can build a sturdy foundation. The castle has to crumble and fall because the foundation was unstable in the first place. So in order to create and rebuild trust, in order to create and rebuild love, in order to create and rebuild a new world, you have to literally start from scratch sometimes. Bulldoze that shit down so you can pave brick by brick a brand new world. Really beautiful. So, Sagittarius, we're going to move on to you, okay? Sagittarius Divine Feminine. That was really beautiful, Scorpio. If that resonated with you in any way, just go ahead and hit that like button. I always appreciate it. Tony Popsicle said, yes, hello. He said, my grandma. That's actually funny. My grandma, Tony, was a Scorpio. So, she coming through. She coming through. Sagittarius Divine Feminine. What is the strongest energy for you for the month of July? We have the Eight of Wands here. It is time to take action on something. What is that action on? Well, there is a decision. Let's see if we can get some more clarification here. You have the Two of Swords and the Moon. So there's action that needs to be taken, but you have to choose. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to let your emotions and your intuition guide you. See the blindfold here. Don't close off your heart as you are listening. Tune into your emotions as the moon is here. Okay? Maybe you're Sagittarius moon, but you are being asked, you are being invited this month to really work on. Tony is really out here. He really wants to be with y'all, Sagittarius Divine Feminine. Your grandma is here, Sagittarius Divine Feminine. Work on something. Work on tapping into your emotional intuition. Work on 8 and 9, taking the steps of Pentacles to tap into your fulfillment, abundance. Work on your craft. Maybe there's a business that you're building, something that is going to be really emotionally fulfilling, but also it's been an idea that's just been kind of quietly hidden. That's in your mind, but you're trying to decide, should I do this? Is it time? Is it safe? Will it succeed? You won't know until you just go for it. You won't know until you just start working on it. You don't have to write the book tomorrow. Just write the first page, right? Just write the first chapter. Write a chapter. You don't have to record the whole album. Just start working on a song, right? Whatever it might be. You don't have to paint a whole museum. Just start with one little piece. Just get a little piece of paint. Because this is something that has been boiling in you, has been stirring in you, has been emotionally calling you deeply, quietly. Maybe even in the nighttime, at night, you dream about this fulfillment, this job, this path. And it's going to make you a lot of money. You got these pentacles on pentacles, Sagittarius, divine feminine. And you have divine clearing the way, intervening for you to tap into that royal truth, that royal, look, with the Hierophant. You are outgrowing. It's time to tap into the abundance that is here for you. You are expanding out of this current life. You are made for so much more, Sagittarius, divine feminine. It's time for you to let the world see you. You got to cut some people out that are not serving you. You have to set the right boundaries, and it might hurt, yes, but remember, Jah is by your side. God is by your side, clearing the path for you, making sure that you gonna be all right. Just trust it. Take the steps. Just take the first step. They say the hardest step is the first one, right? So I'm hearing with this Two of Swords also, with the blindfold, Sagittarius, divine feminine, walk by faith and not by sight. You may not see this yet, this Nine of Pentacles, absolute wish fulfillment, abundance. You may not see it yet, but that's because you're working on it. And it's also being worked on behind the scenes for you on your behalf. Okay? So that's why I have to walk by faith and not by sight. My little sister is a divine feminine. Yes, she is. She's a Sagittarius too. So yes, divine feminine queen. This message feels so good to hear that. And I claim that for you. I hope you receive it too. I don't know if you're listening to this, but you might. Scorpio or Sagittarius, divine masculine. You have the Six of Swords. You're being asked to move to calmer waters. Move out of the chaos. Clear your head. Yep, Six of Swords wants to stay out. And the Knight of Wands. And move. It's funny because it's saying move to calmer waters, but don't lose your passion. Okay? Don't let the calmer waters drown you or let what do you call it? Rain on your parade is the best way I could say it. But water down your candle or whatever you say. The words aren't coming through, but you know what the energy is trying to come through with articulate. Words don't speak sometimes for me. I just got to pick up on the energy. Look at this. King and Queen back to back. The King and Queen of Pentacles back to back, Sagittarius, divine masculine. Okay, that's why Spirit is saying wherever you are, you need to leave and go somewhere else that is calmer, where you can clearly, clear your mind, that is not so chaotic, that doesn't disturb your peace, so that you can follow and listen to the passion that really is in your heart. Follow that light within you, because you are about to come into this beautiful partnership union for somebody with the King and Queen of Pentacles, Sagittarius, divine masculine. And this is also stability, a stable relationship, a stable King and Queen. Okay, y'all working on your pentacles, y'all working on your life, trying to get your life better and secure. You're working on your future. And I like that the Page of Wands is underneath that and the Three of Cups, because that's something to celebrate. This is something that it's going to be fun. It's going to be adventurous. It's going to bring you to your soul tribe. Okay, the right people with the right energies and the right resources that will enable you to really build the life that you are intended to build, that you were created to build. All right, Divine Masculine. But the first step this month that you're working on is just getting out of the chaos, moving to a place where you can be a little bit more at peace. So you can think clearly, so you can tap back into that passion of yours. And so you can be aligned with that divine feminine, that divine masculine of abundance, of security, of stability, of grounding. And if it's not an external counterpart, then that's the grounding and the balance within you, tapping into your own individual divine masculine feminine abundance and security and confidence and grounding. And that money, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's right. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say for you, divine Sagittarius collective. Ooh, let me timestamp. Oh, no, we're good. We already got your timestamp. We have the awakening. This is beautiful. I got Tony hair in my mouth. You are awakening to cat hair in your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. You are awakening to... That's interesting. I'm hearing, though, like the intuition of a cat, right? And how they are so keen and tuned into the spirit realm. And the hair, but the air is what I'm hearing. So like royalty, you're awakening to this internal royalty that is intuitively coming through you, coming back into your awareness, remembering who you are. 3 of Cups with the Magician. That's right, Sagittarius. You are, look at that. You are the sun. You are a master manifester. You have all the tools that you need within you to attract the right people, the right energies, the right resources of celebration, to celebrate your soul tribe, to bring it all in together. Okay, friendships are going to come in. Friendships that are real. Okay? Fun. They're going to bring joy and bliss. You are going to be tapping into your bliss this July because you are balancing, you are alchemizing, you are tapping into your truth. You are recognizing what it is that your light has to offer to this world. The Page of Swords, somebody has had their eye on you, Sagittarius, because, Page of Swords is also known as the stalker of the tarot. Somebody has their eye on you. You got their eye on somebody or something. You have your eye, your focus. This could be on just your own happiness, your peace, your bliss, your abundance. And that's why you are alchemizing your life to the manifest what it is, all of this beautiful celebratory, people, places, things. But you also have to remember, do not let your mind, got the 9 of Swords, get in the way of what it is that you're manifesting. Don't let that anxiety take away the blessings and the beauties that are your birthright. Okay, Sagittarius, that is what this message is saying. Because what has been planted, 7 of Crystals, 7 of Pentacles, what has been planted, that garden, that seed within you will grow as long as you nurture it, water it, and let Source grow and give you the nutrients that you need in order for it all to flourish. Okay, that's why it says don't stop. Don't stop working. Don't stop trying. Don't stop going for it. Don't. I'm hearing don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Okay, my music channeling is pretty great right now. It's just very fun and not serious at all. But that's the playfulness that this energy is coming through for tonight. That's the energy that this July month needs from you, from this collective Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, okay? Your T formation, Sag, is another Emily Dickinson quote, aka riddle. Bring me the sunset in a cup. Okay? It's got your sunset in a cup right here. All right? Get you some mango ginger yerba mate. But I'm hearing like just allow yourself to drink the beauty of this world that is here, already here. Don't focus on what is not here. Don't focus on what is not working. Focus on what is working. Focus on what is beautiful and here. The sun that is shining right now. You got the sun and the moon out here. Okay? You have some deep, intuitive, emotional ignition, passion, excitement, fulfillment, abundance that is here for you to experience and acknowledge, but you have to acknowledge it. So pour yourself a little bit and sip on the deliciousness of your life that is here. That's really cute. That's very poetic, Sagittarius. Somebody's a poet up in here. And that's really beautiful. And I hope that it resonates with you, and I trust that whoever needs to tap into this message and it needs to, and it speaks to you the way that it is meant to speak to you. And I hope that it helps. So I am going to go ahead and close out. Look at us under an hour. Okay. But this was really fun, and I appreciate you being here. And if you're not already, subscribe to my Itty Bitty Vibe Tribe. I appreciate everyone who has been adding our little vibe tribe more and more every day. I see you. I appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I do go live, whether it's for Tea and Tarot Tuesday or my daily divine messages from Spirit, or just because I feel like posting something random like a song or a dance or a fashion show. Who knows? You never know. And on your way out, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button for me. I always appreciate that too. And until next time, my beautiful souls, I will see you in the next moon. Peace.